So I'm sitting here. I just popped the lid open on this cooler, and we got off the water, I'd say 2 hours ago. Okay. Our last fish was probably 3 hours ago. And when I opened up the when I opened up the cooler here, that little guy, he's still, gills are moving, fin moving. I don't know if it's because it's cold, not really. I don't know. Anyways, so we're fixing to start filleting up these fish here. And that guy, like I said, that guy is just, I think he's still half alive. And when we threw him in here this morning, we threw him right onto ice. So Jeff's getting our stuff set up now so that we can do some fish cutting. But anyways, these are the four that we got this morning. So we'll show you these. Obviously you can see, oh yeah, see, look at that. That guy is still alive. Can you believe that? He's been out of the water for 2.5, maybe 3 hours. Just laying in the cooler. Not even in a live well. In the cooler. That guy's, he's solid. But anyways, so you can see we got some decent slabs here. We got some decent ones here this morning. So Jeff's fixing to grab us the hose, I think, so we can start cutting fish. If not, I will. Helpful tip that we figured out is that whenever you are gonna cut fish, whatever you're gonna cut them on, make sure that you wet it first so that none of the stuff sticks to it. Alright, as you can see, we need a propeller. We got us a little bit of a bend there. So anyways, we'll wait for Jeff to get back over here. I'm gonna start pulling this off here. Hopefully Jeff will come back out so I can hold the camera here. Alright, let's see. The water in that hose is hot from it sitting out in the sun. A little bit of mud in there from today. Alright, we're almost ready for cool water. Here we go. Hey Audrey, can you come here and hold the camera? Can you come here and hold the camera, Jeff? That way we can see what's going on here. Hey, one of these fish that are in this cooler it's still breathing. It's still it's still alive.
Let me hold that.
Oh, this here. Here, so I'll bring these out. Yeah. This guy over here, that had to have been the last one we brought in. That guy's still moving. Hey, look at that. Look at it. You can see it right there. His fin just moved.
Yeah.
He's still alive. That's wild to me, dude. All right.
He's still breathing.
This one is too?
Yeah.
Dude, these things don't die. Let's blow off some of that slime. Here, you want to hold that to where I don't spray you again? My bad. Stay right there. All right, so our sharp runner is up the road. So look at this thing. This thing's still plenty alive.
Yeah.
That's wild, dude. That is freaking wild. We got us a nice Dexter knife here. And I've had this knife. I started cutting my saltwater fish with it. I got it. It's been 3 or 4 years ago. And I didn't until it's been about 6 months ago, I got one of the sharpening steels. And that was the best thing I could have ever done for this. I got that sharpening steel, and that thing, it's just keeping this thing perfect and sharp. And I mean, this thing's been on the shelf for, I don't know, how long's it been sitting up there? Probably 3-4 months, Jeff?
Yeah.
5 months since we really went fishing. Probably longer than that.
Bet you've used that knife.
Probably been sitting there since May, honestly. So it's wild to sit here and think that this thing's still trying to breathe. It's still alive, basically. And here we are getting ready to trim it up to make us some dinner. This is an odd question. If anybody's in here, anybody knows anything about some like high interest savings accounts or CDs or something like that, some special rate at one of the banks, I was actually just looking a few minutes ago because I have 2 CDs that are coming up ready for renewal, and I want to get some higher interest savings going somewhere. So I don't know if anybody's got like some bank that's offering some special like amount or something like that for CD, but if you do, comment it, let us know. It's just one of the things that we're dealing with, you know. Ooh, got a bleeder.
We got a bleeder.
So we're trying to figure out who's going to fish this tournament, whether it's going to be me or Jeff with Cousin Shane, or me and Jeff are going to do it together, or what the deal is, because Cousin Shane is a little bit on it. He's on the fence about it. So hopefully he'll get onto it. But we that's basically this tournament that we keep talking about. It's spec and bass fishing tournament, spec or crappie, however you want to, whatever you call them. So it's a tournament, and it's on what, January 18th, Jeff?
Yeah, 18th or 19th, I can't remember. It's that Saturday, the weekend of the 18th.
Okay.
Either that or the Friday's that 17th. I don't remember.
Well, either way. So, trying to get that figured out, who's going to fish that. So, we've been doing a little bit of reconnaissance missions here, trying to find some spots and up through the area that we're going to fish. And this morning we said, well, we're just going to go down. Cousin Shane was in his normal spot out there on Lake Beersford. So, we said, well, let's go try it out. Let's go see what we got going on there. So, we ended up down there, and we did all right. We would have had 6, but Jeff lost 1 and I lost 1. So that video will be coming out. We'll show that video in 2 weeks. We got the one from last week, the fishing experience from last week, that we'll put out this week here, probably on Tuesday night, and just show trolling for crappie. And that's what we've been doing, is we were trolling for them. We started jigging some pads, but we didn't really get any good hits on it. So we just continued to troll for them, and then the trolling motor, the battery died, so we got to get us some batteries set up. But hopefully we'll do this tournament with Shane's boat. And I don't know, hopefully, can anybody comment? Is there any can y'all see the video pretty clear, or is it cutting out and being all grainy like it was last week when we did this? But y'all can see that thing is, see right through it. Here's our guy that we know is still alive. Jeff, you got to give you
very clear, mostly grainy. Somebody said grainy.
Okay. Well, is it grainy when we move it, or just grainy in general?
Hold on.
So maybe Jeff sets it on the truck there and just lets it settle. I see how his hand is there. All
Yeah.
right, listen.
Hold on.
Oh, Jeff was getting sprayed. The hose was just barely spraying, it got Jeff. So this is this guy that it's still alive.
It says fuzzy in general.
Well, can you still see though? Or is it like too fuzzy to make out? What's going on?
Marlene, right now we live in Orange City. We caught these on Lake Beersford, which is in between DeLand and Orange City.
Okay. All right, so it's clear enough you can see what's going on. Last week, I think the issue is that I was hooked up to the internet, and I was outside, and because the internet box is so close, it was hooked up, but it wasn't getting great signal. So I think that's what the problem was last week. Man, this knife this week, this knife is so much easier to get that rib meat off there, which we missed a little bit of rib meat here, but I mean, not much. We can
Mama
try
said
that.
it's a little fuzzy.
Oh yeah.
Tracy, no, these are what we call speckled perch or black crappie, whatever you'd like to call them. Brim are a little bit different.
I can tell you now, I wish I had that sharpener.
Sorry if I messed this up, but I think it's Mafalda saying hi from Portugal.
Portugal. All right, that's cool. Reaching out a little bit.
Harrison, it's not that I'm fat. But thanks for telling me.
Hester?
He says, tell Jeff to lay off the cigs and stop breathing so hard.
He needs to lay off the Twinkies.
I don't eat Twinkies like you do.
I know, and I
This
can
man
actually
eats a Little Debbie before bed every night.
Well, I try. Hey, look at here. We got us some roe. Hopefully y'all can see that.
We get another one, we can have row.
Row your boat. All right, here's the old slabberooski.
I can see that comment, Big Sean.
What's that?
No, Marlene, we are not. We are not commercial fishermen.
No, we just two guys with a YouTube channel because we figured out we had a fishing problem and now we need an excuse to you know, justify it. So that way when Jeff shows Audrey, which you can pan over to Audrey, like when Jeff tells Audrey we're going fishing, there's a reason. Yeah, we have to. It's the YouTube channel. We can't come back early. We haven't got enough content yet.
Listen, I don't mind that y'all go fishing. I just don't like that you leave me out. I like to fish too.
Yeah, well, we like you being gone.
Hey.
Marlene, we're just brothers from another mother.
Yeah.
Big Sean, we do that with mahi. That is our favorite fried mahi tacos. But these will work too, for sure.
See, Marlene agrees with me. She likes to fish too. Don't leave her out.
Well, luckily, the young lady that I'm seeing, she likes to fish too. So every time I decide that I want to go fishing, she's already told me, please go. And then when I did invite her along, she was happy as could be. She was like, no, I enjoy this.
Okay, so sister and I are going to go fish without the two of you.
It's going to be awful weird to fish from shore.
Yeah, I was about to say, what boat are y'all going to take? Neither one of y'all got a boat.
I have 50% of a boat.
Nah. Jeff's got 100% of the keys.
That's my boat. No, not really. No, Mike, they're not bony fish. They do have a good bone section, but not really bony.
They're just like normal fish. They got the pin bones that are right in here along their lateral line. They got some pin bones in there you cut out, but other than that, I mean, not bad, you know?
Well, thank you. Drawing RN. Y'all are right now, y'all are entertaining.
You know, that's the funny thing, and every time I do a video by myself, I say, that video wasn't great. That wasn't great. I need to have my buddy Jeff with me, because me and Jeff, we do all kinds of silly things together, and we feed off of each other when we do these videos, so it makes it funnier when we can all interact.
Marlene, for these speck, it's better to fry them. We have a recipe we use for frying fish where we use buttermilk pancake batter, and it gives them a little bit of a sweeter taste, and they taste a lot better than just any other batter. Fry these, Mike.
Look at that.
That's a Sammy.
That's a Sammy. That's a kid's Sammy, maybe, but.
Oh.
That little bit of meat out there. Now, as for the carcasses, when we go to get rid of these.
Apparently we're homeless.
Who?
I don't know.
Who said that?
How long are you homeless?
Well, it's probably the tarp over there that's covering a motor.
Well,
Sanford and Son.
I mean, I've been homeless a couple years. I just stay with Audrey and Jeff when I come to town. They're kind enough to let me ride their couch.
No, he has his own room.
How many people we got in there?
270.
Mike, I don't think I would eat these raw with lemon. I mean, you could try it. We do catch wahoo where you can eat them raw with soy, but I don't know if I'd eat these raw.
Jeff, I'll give you $20 if you do it. Try it.
Not worth it.
Yeah,
The piece
you
right
had
here.
Fish eyeball.
You ate a fish eyeball a couple weeks ago.
20. Yeah, but I'm also full, and I don't want to lose that great lunch I had, so let's not.
You don't want to heave it up?
No, I'm good.
Well, it was worth a try.
Yeah. I'll give you $20 to eat it.
Could give me a lemon.
Sorry, we're fresh out. You got to go in dirty.
Oof. Tell you what, I could go for having that sharpener here. Look at that.
That's good.
Old river water meat. Got a little brown tinge to it. And get rid of that just right there. A little bit of rib bone.
Oh, Marlene, you're from Joppa? Boa Tarde, USA?
Where's that?
I have no idea. Oh, Brazil.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay.
Marlene, I have family in Elkton and Northeast.
Here, Jeff, can you spray all the... Just trying to get rid of all those scales so we don't end up with them on the meat.
Yeah, that's one thing we don't have to worry about here, Marlene, is snow.
I don't know. This week it's
Oh, this week is supposed to be rough. Lows in the low 30s all week long.
It's supposed to get down to 26 one night.
She said, "Poor guys."
Just our thin floor of blood.
See, I don't mind the cold so much because I travel for work and I've spent some time up north, but I don't like the cold. I love my Florida weather. Let's see. Oh boy. Don't want to lose that. Got 3 fillets left here.
196 people on.
What I could really go for is if I had a fork to put back here to hold this thing in place. But we'll be all right. Look at that. Now, granted, this is like a perfect cut right here. Look at that. Look at that little bit of meat off the outside of the rib cage.
Sweet meat.
Yeah. That's like a perfect piece.
No, Antonio, these are speckled perch, black crappie.
Now, every time we get all these done, we usually have Audrey take them inside. And when she's washing the meat off, she'll be checking for all the pin bones and stuff, which I'm pretty good about catching them all. But, you know, the players mess up sometimes. You know what I mean?
Look, it's like a surprise. It's like a reward.
About the 8th or 9th one, you get a little tired.
Yeah, it happens.
It's like a reward.
That's a nice little slab right there.
That's a good one.
That's a good one, Coach John. Look at that. Nice thick piece of meat. That thing's got some girth to it.
Thick.
Yep. Got some girth to it. So, here in a second, we can show the lures we were using to get these earlier.
My coworkers like when we go out and fish because they take the leftovers in for them to eat on the next day at the office.
Well, I guess we know what happens to all of our fish.
We feed the needy.
You want to wash that off? I'll trim these fin bones. Perfect.
Hang on.
Got me!
See, hold on.
Stop it!
I'm trying to get it to stop.
Jeff! Spray me with the dang hose! Can you not help it? It just goes off in your hand?
We talking about the hose or
Yeah, one of them.
the longer one?
You wish it was longer. Anyways, let me get a little wash off here, bud.
Oh, you want me to use the hose now?
Yeah, just not in my face to spray me this time. Alright. Well, if you want to show them the rundown of the boat, we'll show them.
Yeah, so when we were out there today, we used this little rocket launcher on the back of our pedestal seat, where I have 4 rocket launchers. So we would run 2 in the middle and 2 on each side and kind of face them outward. So you'd have a nice spread out the back. Use the fish finder, of course, to figure out the depth. And we have our trolling motor, Minn Kota Riptide, that decided to die halfway on us.
Well, that didn't die. The battery died.
Yeah.
Which, truthfully to say, how many years have we had this boat?
Almost 3.
And that's the batteries that came with it.
Yeah. So, as far as our riggings go, we're using double H rods to the soft touch, 14-foot 3-piece rods, as you can see. And we use the Mr. Crappie. And these are the baits. Slow troll, which they're trying to focus now, on the jigs. Yeah, it's trying to catch up. So, Yeah, I'll run some of these back over here. I think we moving a little too fast. We get back in this shaded area where we can steady ourselves.
You want me to bring any of the other? Oh, well, let's get the other jigs out right here.
Yeah.
I'll let you steady the camera and then we'll do it from there.
Yeah, there we go. Well, this steadies. So we'll let it straighten out. So hopefully it did. In my pocket.
Oh, hand me your phone real quick. And that way we can watch the live and say if it's getting nasty or not.
Yeah.
See if it's... How do I get into YouTube on your phone?
Just got teaching Dad here how to use an iPhone.
iPhones suck.
So I don't know if you guys can see that.
Okay. There we go. I'll be back.
But there's one of the jigs we use. This is a softer plastic. And if you look, this one doesn't have quite the squirrely tail. It has a more of a tubular tail. That's where we caught 2 of the 4. And then today we picked these up from our buddy at St. John's Specs Jig. You can find him on Facebook, but he makes these all handmade for us.
You see, he's even got an actual eye on his, so it looks legit. It looks real.
Yeah.
So the ones we were using today, they were made by Back Porch Jigs, and they were good. They worked. Instead of having like the feathery tail with the that little bit of, you can see that little bit of sparkle in there maybe. Hold on, let's see. You see that little bit of sparkler maybe? We'll hold it still so y'all can see. Anyways, y'all can see it that this one's got some sparkle in there, and this is a feather tail, whereas the ones we were using today, they had more like a rubber tail. So that's these, and then we got, of course, beetle spins and stuff like that. But the rods that we used, we just picked up. They were I don't know who the name is, but it's something O'Hara or something like that rods, and they're 14 foot long. So we didn't have any bobbers to be able to drop these down into the water, but next time we'll have some corks and some other stuff set up on there so that we can use these in the pads, and we'll have our trolling motor set up done better so that we can use that in the pads too, because it just seems like today the trolling motor, we only had the 1 battery. We used to have 2, so it's just we're trying to get back set up, because last weekend we went with cousin Shane and his boat's all set up ready to go, so we're just trying to get ourselves all set up now. So oh, look at those right there. I didn't see that. Those chartreuse ones here.
Oh yeah,
they've got they got like a blue speckle paint to them.
Nice.
So they kind of look like something to the fish, but all these have eyes on them, which is nice. I like that. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back with one of the ones that doesn't have, which should be in the back seat here. So
Luke, I think I can tell you what will solve that.
What's that?
He says, I think my wife's pregnant again.
They only get Peter poison in one way. So these were the ones we used today. You can see that's got a painted eye. The eye is painted on, and that painted eye, I think it has as much depth in reality as these eyes here do. These eyes on these ones are pretty good. So let me slide that up just a hair. Those eyes are pretty good in comparison, but see how this has got like the little rubber tail, and those have got a feather tail. So maybe this stays spread out more in the water, and the feather comes together, makes it look more like a real fish where it's a hole. But you can see that they're using pretty much the same exact hook, and we had a couple of these hooks that's normal, the shape of it, but we had a couple that as we got hung up on like logs and stuff we were riding by, we had to bend them back out. So But we got a couple of these here. We had a cotton candy one on. We're pausing here to see how it's looking on the other camera because there's like a 10-second delay. So you can see these ones here, and there was 3 of them in this pack. So they're pretty much $2 each. So we had those. We had these slab queens that we didn't even get into, which the one guy told us, he said black's been working. So we should have tried that. But they're just a 16th ounce jig head. And then we got a beetle spin back here. Wait, where's the beetle spin? Right there. We got this beetle spin, so you can see this thing's got a rubber tail to it. And it goes through the water like so. You can see it's got a rubber tail. Wiggles a little bit, and it's got this thing that flutters back and forth, and we figured maybe it would work really well because that would give it some flash in the water as it's moving, but we didn't have not even a single bit of action on this thing. So, and that's an 1/8 ounce head with that. So
We have any of the other soft plastics in there or no?
let me look.
Yeah, we used to. We actually ran a pretty good spread today. I'll be honest. We ran 2 of these type jigs on the outsides, and in the middle we ran the one I showed you the first time, and then this little guy right here.
This little, I think they call this electric chicken or fire chicken or something.
Shad.
Yeah, well, it's a shad shape, but I think
Yeah.
the color is like electric chicken or something like that. It's something wild. But you can see, I mean, it's got an eye on it, right? So it looks pretty legit. So there's that. Of course, there's some more heads. Let's look, see what else we got in here.
We got 2.
Yeah.
Dang, bro. We should have tied one of them on.
Oh yeah. That's what that's on right there.
Oh, that's what that is?
Yep.
Oh, that is what that is. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I guess I got fish eyes because this made me look good. Slab Slayer. Blue Ice. Slab Slayer. Okay. So then we got some more of the Lego rubbers like that one. Little artificials here. And then we didn't even try these.
No, we thought those were gonna be too heavy, but they may not have been.
What was this? This is 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? This might have been right
Yeah.
to get us down in the water column a little bit.
Yeah.
So this thing looks the Joker. That thing's got a tripod coming out the back of it, and it looks like it's ribbed for her pleasure. So
Fernando, we are in Florida. Or Ferdinand, I'm sorry.
number 5, 5 kids. Woo wee! Luke, do y'all got a TV? We used to always joke with my grandmother and grandfather, well, about them, that, well, great grandparents, they had 13 kids. And of course we would joke and be like, well, that was before the TV came out. So anyways, but we got us a nice little assortment of jigs here.
A plethora.
A plethora of colors and all that.
Yep.
We have an organizer that's coming this week, so we can get all these put into a nice organized
Situation.
yeah. That way we've got everything all in one spot, so we just grab that box when we want to crappie fish. So, but these are actually, I mean, these are pretty good stuff. So let's see what else we got in here.
We didn't do too bad today.
Oh, Jeff had some other ones. A beetle buoy.
I think those are 8.
Those are 1/8 ounce.
Yeah.
We should have maybe done a little bit more with some 1/8 ounce to try and get down in the water column a little bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe try and change our depth of where we were fishing.
Yeah.
You know, you never know.
I forgot about those.
You're real blurry again.
So, is this the hooks? There's the hooks.
Yeah.
So if we were to use minnows.
Your mother said that Grandma was the baby of number 16.
Oh, and then my grandmother is the baby in number 16. So that's the great grandparents on the other side. So that should tell you they probably didn't have a TV either. But that's Mustad Aberdeen hook. It's a size 6. Those are what we use when we use minnows. We put the minnows on there.
Yep.
So
With a bobber.
With a bobber, but just more colors here. Yeah, electric chicken. Electric chicken is that body color right there. There's one, it's monkey milk, that somebody told me to use. That one's got a black with chartreuse. Black and chartreuse. Baby shad.
Some Bobby Garland baits.
And then electric lemonade.
Yeah, that's the one where that was on there.
Moglow baby shad. Moglow. Glow in the dark. Huh. That's cool. I didn't know those were glow in the dark.
I didn't either.
So we were working in the daylight with a glow in the dark. I think we need to get us a flashlight and go charge these up and go on at night and see what happens.
Right?
Yeah, why not? So, anyways.
I think that's all we got.
But, you want to show them those 14-foot rods real quick?
I did.
Oh, you did already?
Yeah, I already
okay,
showed. I
cool.
walked. That's when it got blurry.
Okay. Well, there might be some new takers on there, you know?
Yeah, you can walk over there with them if you want.
There we go. Let's see. So, as y'all can see, we've got, that's the height of the house, plus some. Plus some there. So those are 14 feet each. And then we got a couple of 7s, but is this, they call it a whopper plopper. And you can see that the tail spins. Hold on, it's catching up. It's focusing. So, come on, baby. And that thing makes this cool little, almost like a pop, 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 and they call it a whopper plopper. And, so, that thing's the whopper plopper, and we put it on, and we even trolled it for a minute just to see if we could get anything going with that. But we done showed y'all our rods and setup. We'll show y'all the boat one more time for anybody else that's signed in the meantime, or came in rather. But see, we got the 12-volt Minn Kota trolling motor, and we're gonna get our 24 volt in there. But this is a 17-foot DLX Carolina skiff, and we redid the front deck, so it's solid. We got a couple of videos on our channel of doing that to our other boat. But anyways, yeah, we're in, let's see, Lynn, we're in DeLand, Florida area, right? We're actually in Orange City, but DeLand, Florida is where the lake is at that we were fishing this morning. So you can see we just swapped out the controls. We got to finish swapping those. We got to do a couple things. We're going to do some wiring and try and show some different stuff on our channel about rewiring a boat. You know, getting it all straightened out, making it look good. We've got fish finder on there. We got radio to put in here, which the radio is actually already installed. You can see the Boss Audio radio there. We already installed it, but we just haven't ran power to it or anything yet because we had that hole we needed to fill, so we got it done, got it mounted. But we got the seat changed out because we took the back deck out and we added legs to the seat. So now we can walk back around here. We ain't got to worry about anything. But hey, Jeff, we do got to pull this plug out back here because there's some water sitting back here in the back of the boat. Okay. So, but you can see we've got a mess on our hands here, and we plan on doing videos of redoing boat wiring and making it look pristine and pretty like all the brand new ones. That way everything's all organized. But anyways, well, we're gonna get off here. We gotta get to it up the street. We're gonna make a fishing pole holder, and I'll show y'all the one we got real quick so y'all understand what we're making. But we got one of our subscribers, they wanted one for their husband, so we have, yeah, excuse our mess, we've got a plethora of rods. But this is all our offshore stuff, and you can see down in there we've got, let me move this one out of the way, make some room here. But you can see we've got PVC tube Well, it looks like we ain't got no surf in the garage. But if you look back on our channel, you'll see one of the first it was making that fishing pole holder. So you'll understand what we're making for this lady for her husband. And he's a crappie fisherman as well. So maybe when we go over there, we'll get fishing out of him. But Jeff, say bye.
Bye, guys.
Y'all have a good one. Thank you so much. Subscribe, like the channel. Appreciate all your support and help that y'all make along the way.